Girl Imani Bailey, and today we are, first of all, today we are missing nails. Let's start there.
Let go. Yeah. Don't know. Oh yeah.
It's the original Batman.
One time. It's a bad man thing. It's body baby. VQs. Let go.
VQs.
I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane. I'ma do it like nobody can. And I'll give you all the things.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to turn my fan off, so it's about to get really hot. Like this is something serious. Anyway, but today we're doing something very special. If you're here for my TikTok, I'm going to go more in depth on my 5 red flags. So do this, and 1, you're going to be single longer than you expect it to be, and 2, you're not going to attract losers. Well, I mean, we all attract losers, but you're going to save yourself from losers. So these are the 5 things that I look for, and these are the 5 things as to why most men only last around, they have a 2-week lifespan. It's like this running joke that me and my mom and my dad have, like, these men have a 2-week lifespan around me, because once I find out that they possess or do not possess one of these 5 things, they're done for. So starting off, grab some pencil and paper. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you want more videos like this and lifestyle and fashion content. Now, number 1. All right, so number 1 is, I had to write down some notes, is no self-awareness. Now, if you're talking to a guy and you find out that he lacks self-awareness, and this right here crosses out almost every guy that I meet in a matter of like a couple of days. I can tell pretty quickly when a guy lacks self-awareness. And I just want to say, like, if a guy doesn't know himself, he cannot lead you anywhere, honey. Do not trust a man who cannot even lead himself. If he can't lead himself, he can't lead you, and he can't lead the children that you might have with him one day. So sometimes we got to take things a little extreme so that we don't ignore like small red flags, and this is a big one. If he cannot tell you about himself or where he gets his morals from, his values from, why he believes the things that he believes, why he does the thing that he does, if he cannot really communicate these things, chances are he probably does not know himself, and we just do not want that. Like, this is super big. Number 2 is no discipline. When I say this almost gets every man like that I meet, this is what I mean. Like, if I meet a man and I see that he lacks discipline, I know for a fact he cannot be in a relationship with me. Because if a man cannot answer to himself and set boundaries for himself, he's not going to do that for you in a relationship. You see where this is leading? So when you think about discipline, I know like back in the day, I would equate, you know, some people might be disciplined in more areas than others. Like, some guys are disciplined when it comes to, I don't know, like health and fitness. A lot of guys are disciplined when it comes to health and fitness. So don't just look at that and be like, oh, he is disciplined. No, I'm talking about sexual discipline. If he does not have sexual discipline, he is not relationship material, husband material, anything. He does not pass go. He does not collect $200. And this is something that you will learn within 2 weeks of knowing a guy. If he sets sexual boundaries for himself, he does not get anywhere far with me. Number 3 is leading into, like I just said, no boundaries. A lot of men do not set boundaries for themselves, and this right here is something that is very sad, and that's a whole different video for another time, because, you know, society or whatever, popular culture. But when you start to notice that a man does not set boundaries, like I said in my boundaries video about women setting boundaries, a man should have the same type of boundaries that I've noted in that video. So go back and watch that video, because I go more into depth about the different boundaries that each person so like when I cut off the fan, I'm like, I'm so hot. But when you notice that in the boundaries video, just to recap the entire video, I talk about different sectors of boundaries that every woman should have and every man should have. And one is financial, communication boundaries, sexual boundaries, and I forgot the last one. But if you're noticing that he does not lack boundaries, like he just vibing with any woman that he could come across, he can sleep with any woman he could come across, he can talk to any woman, any type of, like, when you start picking up on things like that, that is a huge turn off. And like I said, like, this list of 5 things, You will notice in about 2 weeks with a man that he is not the one. I promise you. Because there are a lot of men out there that do not set boundaries. So as soon as you meet a man that does not set boundaries, he is already a no. Like this no card that I'm explaining to you all, these are all no's. As soon as you see this is a huge red flag. This is nothing to reason with because it will do nothing but get worse. Number 4, low emotional intelligence. There are a lot of people, men who I have met, that lacked emotional intelligence, and this one is dangerous. You cannot subject yourself or fall in love with a person who lacks emotional intelligence because they will suck you dry when it comes to your emotion. And women are already very empathetic when they love, and they really fall. Some women really do fall hard, but it's like when you start trauma bonding with these type of people, they will take until you cannot give anymore. People who lack emotional intelligence cannot tell you why they do the things that they do. Like, have you ever talked to a man and would just be like, so why did you do this? And they, no, I don't know. Can't communicate. Can't tell you, you know, certain traumas that they've gotten over. Can't tell you why. Like, they just oblivious. Like, they're just vibing, sis. They're just vibing, and that's not the vibes we want to catch. I have dated someone who's lacked emotional intelligence, and it came to my detriment because it drove. Be very careful when you're meeting a man and you notice that he lacks emotional intelligence. And the last thing, this is the biggest thing. Actually, they're all pretty big. Like I said, these are my 5 go-tos whenever I meet a man. This one, if he has no father figure, or no male role model that is positive in his life, you are not anyone's guinea pig. You are not anyone's lab rat. You are not anyone's teacher, professor. And if you are a teacher, professor watching this, you got enough kids to teach. You don't need another one. You don't need another one that's your age. That's different. So be careful of the type of man who has no positive father figure, no positive male role model in his life, because you will be a lab rat. You will be a guinea pig. Where is he getting his leadership from, right? Is he getting it from rap? Is he getting it from popular culture? Is he getting it from his little cousin Ray Ray that has 5 baby mamas? Is he getting it from the friends that he has down the street that are playing house for 10 years and they ain't got no ring? Is he, you get what I'm saying? So everyone gets their knowledge from somewhere. No matter if it's like you watching my channel, you reading the Bible, you having a mentor, everyone gets their knowledge from somewhere within society. And if he does not have any type of positive people to be around, especially if you're looking towards to be married to somebody. So I also said in my 25 signs that he's not the one. If you get around somebody's friends and you notice that all of their friends are cheaters, none of their friends are in relationships, none of their friends have emotional intelligence, none of their friends even have positive role models, chances are you're dealing with somebody who is just not for you, and right now he's not going to measure up to the standard. Now, I'm not saying that these things, if the person that you're dealing with has one of these things, that they can never just be better or get better. But what I am saying is that if you went through this list and the person you're talking to possesses one of these things or not having any of these things, it's time for you to find another player, bench that player, and maybe y'all can rekindle things maybe one day down the line. Because this, when I say this is so dangerous, y'all, if you don't take any video from my channel, I would say this video and the boundaries video are like the 2 most important things that you can have in your arsenal when it comes to being a woman in the dating scene. And just kind of establish your goals, because not every woman has the same goals. Some women are okay with being girlfriends for the rest of their life, and that's okay. And some women, they want to be married. So depending on your goals, you're going to have to tailor your action plan. If I know that I want to be married, I cannot fall in love with a man who lacks sexual discipline, because what happens in the marriage where he's tested to have sex with somebody, what is he gonna do, cheat on me? So a guy who lacks discipline is not a guy that is worth me being in a relationship with at all. So I would just say, write these 5 things down, commit them to memories, and know your goals when it comes to what you want to do in life within dating. So like, subscribe, comment, follow me on TikTok for more. This was on TikTok, but of course TikTok is very short, so I couldn't go into detail about it. And follow me on Instagram. I love y'all so much, and like I always say, stay true to yourselves, and God loves you as well. Y'all, look at my nose.